अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हम एजुकेशनल फिलोसफीज की बात करेंगे। एजुकेशनल फिलोसफीज की अगर हम बात करें तो एजुकेशनल फिलोसफी में सबसे पहली जो फिलोसफी आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे, इट्स अबाउट पेरिनिलिज्म। पेरिनिलिज्म का मतलब ये है कि एक ऐसी चीज जो कि वक्त के साथ साथ चलती रहे, जो कि हमेशा रहे। ठीक है। पेरिनिलिज्म वैल्यूज नॉलेज दैट ट्रांसेंड्स टाइम। ठीक है, it's a subject-centered philosophy, and the goal of perennialist educator is to teach students to think rationally and develop minds that can think critically. So the main purpose of this school of thought or this educational philosophy is to be create those minds that are critical in thinking, that are critical thinkers, that are analytical thinkers, that can think rationally, that can go beyond their self and can have many alternative explanation for a phenomena. A perennialist classrooms aims to be closely organized and well-disciplined environment. Okay, the main focus is on organization and discipline, which develops in students a lifelong quest for the truth. Perennialists believe that education should epitomize a prepared effort to make those ideas available to students and to guide their thought processes toward the understanding and appreciation of the great works. The main focus of perennialism school of thought is on the great works of the past that have done a lot toward the mankind. Works from the literature, works from the history that are the finest thinkers. Perennialists are primarily concerned with the importance of mastery of the content and development of reasoning skills. Developing the inductive and deductive reasoning skills is one of the main goals of perennialism. The adage, the more things change, the more they stay the same, summarizes the perennialist perspective on education. In this philosophy, skills are developed in a sequential manner. Here, the teacher are the main actors on the stage. पेरिनलिज्म के बाद हम बात करें तो नेक्स्ट जो हमारा स्कूल ऑफ थॉट है, इट्स अबाउट एसेंशियलिज्म. Essentialism is also a subject-centered philosophy. Essentialism is the educational philosophy of teaching basic skills. The basic skills that are necessary to survive in this world are the core ingredient of essentialism. This philosophy advocates training the mind. Essentialist educators focuses on transmitting a series of progressively difficult topics and promotion of students to the next levels. It goes from the easy to difficult. It's about progressing from one stage of the knowledge to another stage. Subjects are focused on the historical context of the material world and a culture and move sequentially to give a solid understanding of the present day. Firstly, we give knowledge about the history in this context, and then we move toward the present situation and present circumstances. Essentialism is a common model in the US public schools today. A typical day in an essentialist school might have 7 periods with students attending different classes. The teachers impart knowledge mainly through conducting lectures, during which students are expected to take notes. So the lecture method is used in this kind of teaching, and the students are instructed to take notes of whatever the teacher is delivers to them. The students are provided with practice worksheets or hands-on projects followed by an assessment of the learning material covered during the process. As you are given projects at the end of assessment or during the process of assessment, in the same way, essentialism also focuses on different kind of practice worksheets and hand-on projects. The student continues with the same daily schedule for a semester or a year. When their assignment shows sufficient competence, they are promoted to the next level to learn the next level of more difficult material. Bagley was one of the most influential advocate of essentialism. Next school of thought is known as Romanticism. Romanticism believed in the natural goodness of human being, which is hindered by the urban life of civilization. This school of thought gives is of the notion that people are naturally good, and this movement started in 18th century, and it emphasizes emotional self-awareness as a necessary precondition to improving society. that if we make human beings emotionally sound, self-aware, and emotionally healthy, then it proves to be a pivotal role in the humanity. Romanticism believes that knowledge is gained through the intuition rather than deduction. This is student-centered philosophy, and it focuses on differentiation, meeting the students' learning readiness needs. At a school founded on the philosophy of Romanticism, there is no set curricula, no formal classes, and there is no test involved. Next is progressivism. Progressivist school of thoughts believes in individuality, progress, and change. These are three fundamental to one's education: individuality, that everyone has his or her own pace toward the progress, and change is necessary for gaining a better lifestyle. Believing that people learn best from what they consider most relevant to their lives, progressivist school of thought focuses curricula on the needs, experiences, interests, and abilities of the students. So the focus of the curriculum in this school of thought is on the needs, experiences, interests, and abilities of the students. They believe on education should focus on the whole student rather than the content of the teacher. They emphasizes on group activity and group problem solving. Cooperative learning strategies are used in delivering progressivism. It is anti-authoritarian. It is more democratic kind of education system. It's experimental, it's visionary, and it aims to develop a problem solving strategy for solving the daily life problems. So we can say that individuality, progress, and change are fundamentals to one's education. It is curriculum is based on the needs, experiences, interests, and abilities of the students, and we should focus on the whole student. They emphasize on group activity and cooperative learning strategies. It is anti-authoritarian, it is experimental, it is visionary, and problem-solving ability is developed in the students. This educational philosophy stresses that students should test ideas by active experimentation. Learning is rooted in the question of learning through experiencing the world. It was developed by Jones Davies' pedagogical theory that was based on pragmatism. Experience represented the core concept of his philosophy. Some American schools also follow this philosophy.